Hi, this is Jason Spangler, the SanteeSwapper. What I'd like to do today is show you some really cool stuff. I have a friend of mine who lives out in Nebraska named Bill Chadek. I've talked about him before on my YouTube channel, but in case you haven't heard, Bill does a fantastic job refinishing old scout knives and hand axes. There's probably nothing he can't do in that realm. I just got a knife in a collection recently, a classic Western BSA sheath knife. Yeah, you probably aren't supposed to wear those anymore. I'm not sure exactly what the guide to safe scouting says about those classic sheath knives, but they're very cool. And so whenever I get them in collections, I'm always excited. But oftentimes these knives are 50, 60, 70, God knows how old, and they're a little beat up and rough for wear. So I'll show you a picture here of the one that I got, and I sent it off to Bill, and I said, Bill, what can you do? Can you get this one cleaned up for me? Sure enough, within literally probably a week, 10 days, Bill sent me back this box. And so I want to show you all kind of like the before and after of what Bill was able to do. It wouldn't be really quite accurate to call Bill, a folk artist or something like that. I mean, I just sort of feel like the restoration work that he does is just really amazing. And I'm sure I have not seen this, obviously. You're seeing the unboxing here. So I have not seen the finished product just yet. But I'm looking forward to show you what Bill did to turn what was kind of a beat up old knife into what I'm hoping will be something really, really polished and nice. So let's see. Oh, sweet. So I'll put this up so you can see a little closer. But, again, classic Western sheath knife in the original case. In this case, no pun intended, I asked Bill just to refinish this sheath and not do anything original. And I will show you some originals that he's done for me. But he got this all polished up, put a new handle on it, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Let me slide it under here and show you. So this is kind of interesting because there are a few detractors, some might call them trolls, who don't really like what Bill is doing, taking these old knives and kind of turning them into something new. You can see here that this handle is not original. This is something Bill did. And he told me, interestingly, that what he was trying to do there was to make it have the color of the parakeet that goes with my Order of the Arrow Lodge. And so that's why it has yellow with some red and black in it. So I thought that was really, really clever. I can't remember the type of wood he told me that this is, but just love it. It's just beautiful. He took the original sheath and he soaked it and used conditioner to make it just beautiful again. So to me, this is kind of a reborn knife. No, it is not original to how it came out of the box, back 70 years ago. But to me, this is a beautiful, beautiful knife. I've actually used similar knives like these as gifts to other scouters, especially when I was working as camp director at Camp Barstow. I gave several out to my staff members at the end of the year. But Bill's done some other cool stuff for me that I wanted to just kind of show you. And this is an unsolicited plug for Bill. I'll include his contact information in case you want to reach out to him. In a recent collection, I got in a couple of items that were probably vet bringbacks from World War II, including this knife that I've been using recently. This is a trench knife. So you can see this goes into a metal scabbard, and this would have been just a handy all-purpose knife that a soldier would have used in Germany. And this one had a metal scabbard, and so he got all this, this was rusted. He got all that cleaned up. Obviously, you can see got the blade looking really pretty and sharpened up for me. I think he repainted the metal scabbard, just really cool. Then in that same collection, there was also this guy. This is, of course, a bayonet. And so this one right here would go on the end. This would be the pointy part of the bayonet. And so it's pretty big. Like if I think I took this to camp and tried to wear this around, I don't think I'd get past the parking lot. Somebody would come to me. But again, metal scabbard, and this would have gone in this metal scabbard. And these two particular ones are German. And so there's actually a maker's mark on here that's written in German. Doing a little bit of research on the internet, it looks like these were used for quite a long period of time in the decades leading up to World War II. So not exactly clear to say if this one was used in World War II or not, but a cool piece there. Another one that he did for me was actually one that my father had. Growing up as a kid, my dad was in the Air Force, and I don't remember the story of where he got this one from, but my dad's name is literally engraved on the handle here. But this machete does have an engraving on it. It says from the Philippines, and it's got the name of the island, Negrito Island. Doesn't have a year on it, so I'm not exactly sure when this one came out. But my whole time growing up, this was a little bit rusty, a little bit beat up, and it had a different sheath. The sheath actually, there was a hole poked in the bottom, and the tip of the blade actually poked out. So what Bill did was Bill created a brand new sheath for this machete. This is all his work. He all hand stitched all that in there, and then he got this machete surface, punched with sandpaper. I don't know what kind of magic and voodoo he works on this metal, but it's just a beautiful piece. And so this was something for my family that I just really appreciative to him for doing that. And then I have had him do a couple of other Scout knives. This is a different brand of Scout knife. And again, similarly, he got this one looking just perfect and beautiful. I mean, literally, I could have the shine right there. And then he did make an original sheath for this. And again, not original. He did put a BSA letter stamp on it. Again, anyone who wants to troll this, I know that's not original. But this is not what I was going after. I don't represent this as being something that, this sheath was from 19 whatever. This is something that is more now, to me, just sort of a presentation gift. I wouldn't expect anyone to take this out in the woods and actually use it. And then the final one I'll share with you is this one, which again, this is all me, right? So this is something he made for me. In the old times in the BSA, there was this setup where you had the sheath blade with the hand axe together, but he created this leather sheath. This is a Bridgeport hand axe, and he painted this and painted that in, polished the steel, got it all sharpened up, and then we have here the pocket knife, which I think is a Western. Yeah, this is a BSA Western knife, and again, similarly, you can see that original wooden handle that he put in here. So this one I'm not giving away to anyone. This is just my keeper because I always kind of wanted one of these. And now that I have one, it stays in my office, and I just kind of get to look at it every day. So this is kind of my Bill Chadek collection here. But anyways, I just wanted to give Bill a shout out. He doesn't pay me. He doesn't give me a discount that I know of. But I just keep sending him cool knives and hand axes when I get them. And he polishes them up and makes them into a thing of beauty. And then just me personally, I don't try to resell them. I just give them away as gifts when I have the opportunity. I've given a lot of these Bill Chadek items away. And, the people who get them are very, very excited usually. And I hope will treasure and keep them as well because I think they're just super cool. So anyways, thanks a lot. Jason Spangler, the SanteeSwapper. Check out my website, scoutpatchcollectors.com. There you can find out everything I have going on in the Scout memorabilia hobby.